don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. What was all that over? Eh? What was all that about? No, you didn't even have a wee, so you're not. No, you didn't even have a wee, so you're not having a treat. You, never mind that. You are just trying it on, kiddo. Trying it on. But nice try, though. So it's now Friday the 13th, I've only just realised. That's not good. We've actually been out, taking our life in our hands today. It's just gone 1 o'clock, and I've done 2 loads of laundry, got both of them dry because it's windy today, even before lunch. And we went out to one of the local what would you call it? It's not really a DIY shop, but it sells a lot of DIY stuff. Home improvement stores. There you go. That's probably the best way to kind of describe it. That sell lots of things for the house, if you know what I mean. Do a little bit of shopping. I picked up something for a friend's birthday who's coming up. A few just bits and pieces. Nipped into one of the frozen food stores, picked up a few bits from there. And then we were still home for 11:45. So we had a little bit of early lunch, and I'm just now packing website orders. So everybody that put an order in last night, because I've released the Confusion and the Cubed stencils, thank you, much appreciated. So I'm just packing those orders now, ready to get bagged up, enveloped up, labelled, and sent to all 4 corners of the globe. Cubed. So that's what I'm doing now. And the wind is getting up out there. It's not rained yet, but we've got some greyish clouds out there. It's not supposed to rain today, but I bet it does. So it's a Saturday afternoon. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I've just spent the last couple of hours playing with casting resin. And now I've got the unenviable job of doing all the washing up. I've said it before, it's a glamorous life, this. Don't want to be looking at that, do we, while he's having a tinkle? Rangers. Yeah, it's a pretty unusual shape. It's a Monday afternoon, gone 3. Just been to the post office, dropped off some website orders. I asked the post lady whether she'd been busy, and she says no, so you'd better start working harder. It's nice when you've got that kind of relationship with your post mistress, isn't it? So anyway, so we're just taking Mr. B out for a walk. Ian's come down with me to the post office, or I've come down with him as we're passing the post office. Seeing as it's a nice day today. By nice, I mean it's not raining. So it's nearly 1 o'clock. And I've just been down to one of the supermarkets that we don't normally go to. There are certain supermarkets here in the UK that sell different things. Some have their own like bakeries that do special pies and pasties and things like that, and there are some that do their own pizzas that are better than others, and there are certain stores that do their own brand things which are nicer than others. So it's nice occasionally to vary your supermarket and to go to different places, which is what I've done today. So the store I've gone to today does a traditional Cornish pasty, which is filled with beef and potatoes and carrots and peas and swede and that kind of thing, so vegetables. But none of the other supermarkets do them in the same way, and these are absolutely lovely. So I thought today I would go to that particular supermarket and buy some. And as I arrived at the counter, they were just coming out of the oven. So they were still warm, and still you could smell the car at the moment is filled with the smell of warm Cornish pasty. And my stomach is turning over because I'm really hungry. I just can't wait to get home. I don't think they're going to wait until... Well, I was going to do them for dinner tonight, but we may end up having them at lunchtime instead, because they just smell beautiful. And yes, they're not doing my diet any good at all. So this weekend, I'm hoping that the weather's going to be nice enough to get out into the garden and do some tidying up. It's at that point in the year now where some of the plants are past the best. They've done the flowering, they all want cutting back and thinning out. But also the hanging baskets and the wall baskets are again starting to look a bit straggly and not at the best anymore, so they want sorting out as well. So, but we're also hoping to get to one of the garden centres to get some evergreen plants to replace them in readiness for autumn and winter. So if we get those in, then we can maintain the baskets for the rest of the year, because there's nothing worse than a basket just sitting there looking all dead and bedraggled. So I want some kind of interest for the rest of the year. So we'll have to see what's out there and what's available. Kind of looking forward to it. It's been a while since we've been to a garden centre, so it'll be fun.
Well, we've come to the beach today and we're in Skegness, which is down the east coast, right the way down, isn't it, on the humpy bit of Lincolnshire.
Yes, on that part of England that looks like the bump. Yes.
And I haven't been here since I was 7, so it's 51 years ago. The shops have changed, I hope. So we're having chips.
Yes. I've got curry sauce on mine. Mr. Bentley's not having anything because he's just had a chicken breast, but he's still looking. See anything you like?
Oh yes, lots.
Donut wise and ice cream I meant. Num nums. you want to go get wet?
What do you think?
Yours didn't last long.
No.
Mind you, there are 2 of you eating it.
Yeah, there are.
Hot dog and a flake, eh? You gave it to him.
I know I did. Hi.
We've just got back to the car. Absolutely worn out. We've walked miles and miles. And you've even had a walk and run on the beach, haven't you? Yes, well. It's very tired. You ready for a sleep? You ready for a sleep? No? Okay. So some of my ancestors, my dim and distant past family tree, are Scottish, from Dundee no less. We are part of the McGregor clan. So I've always had this kind of affinity with plaids and checks and tartans, and I've always secretly wanted to own a kilt, but never been brave enough. While we were recently at one of the steampunk events in Whitby, there was a stallholder there that was selling handmade utility kilts, which weren't tartan. They were just plain black with big kind of utility pockets, like the sort of pockets you'd find on combat and cargo trousers, but they had those pockets on the front where the sporran would go. And they were very reasonably priced, made of black twill, so 100% cotton twill. They were very heavy duty, very, very well made. So I ordered one, and it's arrived, and here it is. So this is the kilt. So as you can see, I'll just move in so you can see the fabric. It's very heavy duty, almost has that denim feel to it. Very, very heavy, thick cotton twill. It does need pressing because obviously it's been sent to me through the post. So it was folded. So I'm going to have to try and iron the pleats back in again. So the plan for this is to buy a belt so that a big thick buckle belt across there, and I can wear this with some boots, with a waistcoat or a vest if you're American, with a nice white shirt underneath. So there you go. I took the plunge. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to try it on. You can't see me wearing it just yet because I want to make sure it's ironed properly, because otherwise it's going to look like I'm wearing some kind of rah-rah skirt, and that ain't a good look on me.
When I saw you last week, I was just getting ready to work on the Farnsworth, and I've actually got the laser cutting back now. It is a brass acrylic. It looks amazing. This one's white because I haven't peeled the backing off yet. There is a little switch to go in there. There's a knob to go on there, a knob to go on there, and then there's a cabochon there, and then that lights up red. But I've actually got the sound activation thing for it. So you ready? It sounds tinny because that's exactly what it sounds like on the TV series. So I've got to put it all together. I've got the other bits to go on the top. And what I'm going to do is, because I want to power the light as well, I'm going to run a lead out of the back of the tin. Where are you? There we are. That's at the bottom of the tin. And I'm going to run out some of the lovely Victorian gold wire. and that's going to go to a tin on the waist, and then there'll be a switch on there so it can operate it. I'll show you when I've finished, but I am so excited about making these, and the other bits and bats I'm working on still, nearly finished, but I've got so many ideas that I don't know where to start. Well, I do know where to start, it's just getting focused and getting it finished. Next week when I see you, it will be finished. I almost forgot, I finished my ghost and spectral camera. And then you wind it up and wind the film on. It's got the little numerals, a little bit like the Tim Holtz ones he does, and you wind it up like that. That is just so sweet. And then the little switch on the back to turn it on and off. I've made 3 of these and this is the 3rd one. I'll leave it a soul straight away, but isn't it dinky? I've got to keep my eye on you. Some people love them, some people hate them, and it freaks some people out, but I like them. I'm weird. Last week I was just finishing off these, but I've now got them connected up. So you have the red light there, you have the green paralumatic lights flashing there, and then you have the handheld wand that changes colours, or colour, and then that goes back via into the machine. So yeah, so that is finished now. That will be going on sale when I go to my next event, which will be at Crouch, the Victorian Tramway Museum in Derbyshire in September.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.